15 Things You Should Give Up to Be Happy, an inspiring guide to discovering effortless joy by Luminita D. Saviuc. A horrifying experience. Luminita D. Saviuc had a dreadful experience as a child. She confessed to her father that she had stolen some sweets, though she had not done so and was confessing only to shield her siblings. She couldn't walk properly for months. The only salvation I ever needed was from my own toxic thoughts and from my own self. She wanted to show that her ideas were effective for her despite her traumatic history. She never received love and nourishment as a child. She had no confidence because she believed self-worth came from wealth, which she lacked. She lived in badly maintained, overcrowded orphanages with negligent supervisors. It's never too late to start all over. It's never too late to claim your right to life and to happiness. Give up the past. Saviuc and her family feared her father. She often took shelter under a blanket and beseeched God to protect her. She was treated badly at school, and her neighbors disliked her and her family. Saviuc believed many of the unkind things people told her about herself. She felt that because of her flaws, she would lead a sad life. She used pejorative language to categorize herself. Who you are underneath it all knows no limits, no fear, and no limitations. The moment you conclude, as Saviuc did, that you've had enough pain and suffering, you can begin working toward a more fulfilling, fruitful life. Learn to let go. Commit to forgiving what lies behind you and appreciating what lies ahead. You can work toward great happiness if you make a promise to yourself to stop fixating on the past. Instead, make the most of the present. Whenever you choose to use all kinds of excuses for why you can't be, do, or have something, you are moving away from your true power. If you push to make life to turn out exactly as you wish, you are creating the potential for unhappiness. Learn to think in ways that enliven you and don't bring you down. If life was painful in the past, use your energy to try to heal yourself. Try to accept what happened and what you confront in the present. Only with acceptance can you create a new, hopeful tomorrow. Happiness can never come from attachment to transitory things. It can only come from letting go. People think that the moment you choose to forgive someone who harmed you, that person gains from your generosity. In actual practice, the person who gets most out of forgiveness is the forgiver. Forgiveness allows you to achieve peace and tranquility. We are creatures of habit. Most of us live our lives on autopilot, allowing our old programming, our past fears, excuses and limitations, to run, craft and shape our lives. Don't concentrate only on what went wrong. Seek what you can learn from your experiences. Look for the positive instead of the negative. Feel gratitude toward those who treated you shabbily. They have shown you how not to act. When you start acknowledging life without reservation, life in turn will accept you. Give up your fears. To experience joy and embrace your life, discard fear. You have a limited amount of time to live. Just before you die, you will realize what you really value. You will recognize that only love matters and that fear has no substance. But you don't need to wait until death to gain this insight. Every day, you can leave behind yesterday's fantasies and create a more vibrant life. You can abandon the things you feared and fill your life with affection and happiness. You can give up what no longer benefits you and reaffirm your ability to love. Strive to see the world as a child does. Examine the world with curiosity and affection. You will find that fear exists only in the future or in the past. Stay in the present. We have around 60,000 thoughts per day, and most of these thoughts are negative. All other feelings are subcategories of those two emotions. With love, you experience happiness, delight, satisfaction, and peace. With fear, you feel anxious, sad, depressed, and tired. Love and fear can't coexist. Discard fear and use love to navigate your life. Give up your limiting beliefs. You shape your life based on the way you think and what you believe. If pessimism and despair dominate your mindset, your life will follow a similar pattern. If you believe yourself unworthy of better things, life will treat you accordingly. You fashion your life as it exists with your thoughts. You can change your life using the same technique. By altering your patterns of thinking and what you choose to say, you can change aspects of your life. Give up your excuses. You might find that instead of doing things you want to do, you look for reasons why you shouldn't try them. Replace those reasons with arguments that will help you concentrate on why you can achieve a goal. Do something every day to help you move toward your objective. Don't agonize about the exact steps to take. Concentrate on your destination and why getting there is important. Leave the rest to life itself. Give up your resistance to change. You exist for a reason, and you have something special to offer. Discard your opposition to change to find your special path. You could fail, but life offers you the ability to evolve. Everything you encounter and everything you've suffered helps you understand yourself. There is no peace in pointing the finger and making others responsible for how you feel and for what your life looks like. Being alive requires change. If you fight change, you won't experience life. Understand yourself, and then you can appreciate yourself. Strive to comprehend how you see change and why you try to avoid it. Consider the benefits you gain from embracing change, rather than thinking about potential bad outcomes. Suffering comes from resisting change, rather than from change itself. Give up blaming. Only you can choose the kind of life you want. If you persist in blaming, you will lose your sense of vitality. If you abandon blame and accept that you alone have fashioned the kind of life you have, you will gain the ability to do remarkable things. Complaining, just like blaming and criticizing, sucks us dry. It continues to feed this false idea that our lives will never get better until outside circumstances start to change. Make a list of all the things for which you'd like other people to accept responsibility and the reasons why. Pardon them all for their failures, and start doing what you want. Make space in your heart for affection and tranquility. Give up complaining. Complaining makes you feel deprived. It encourages the illusion that your life can't change unless the outside world changes significantly. Trust that your perception of the world depends on how you feel internally. Try to understand why you need to complain. Once you have that insight, you can abandon complaining and move to a state of inner contentment. Give up the luxury of criticism. You fashion your life and select the people with whom you associate depending on how you think and what you believe. If you feel troubled and unhappy, you could project those feelings onto the world. You might attract people and incidents that reinforce your negative perceptions. Instead, bring your energy to the effort to add tranquility to your life. That will build your ability to forgive the people, incidents, and places that have brought you pain. When you stop evaluating yourself negatively, you gain the ability to see the rest of your life positively. Give up living your life according to other people's expectations. Don't let other people's opinions hinder you from going down the road you think you should travel. Choose the life you want even if it aggravates other people. You can offer others only as much as you give yourself. If you don't feel peace within yourself, you won't be able to experience peace with others. Strive to make yourself joyous and to see your life as important. Work wholeheartedly at what you think matters. Give up your self-defeating self-talk. If you think positively no matter how poorly life treats you, you gain the opportunity to elevate yourself. Conversely, if you think negatively, any bad experience will make you feel worse. Pay attention to how you feel. If you feel harmonious, your thoughts are coming from a place of peace and honesty. If you feel that others don't love you or don't consider you worthwhile, your thoughts could be coming from an internal feeling of fear. Give up control. You will almost certainly feel apprehensive if you believe you have to fight life by yourself. This feeling will intensify if you believe you have to struggle to achieve contentment. Then, you'll try to maintain control over every aspect of your life. The more you do so, the less in control you will actually feel. We cling to the past because the past gives us a sense of identity. It makes us who we are, or at least that's what we think. Instead, trust in life's wisdom to give you what you need. Don't accept every dark possibility that comes to mind. Look to your inner wisdom. Tend yourself as you take care of a plant in your garden. Consider your goals as if they are seeds. Spread them widely, provide the right moisture, and leave the rest to life. Do what you need to do, and let life take its own course. Give up the need to always be right. If you always push to prove the superiority of your viewpoint, you can harm your friendships and undermine the way others feel about themselves. Try to view everything in its proper perspective. Give up the need to impress others. You probably learned over time that you must work to impress others. Set this lesson aside. Actually put yourself first, ahead of other people and things. Don't accept the idea that you lack anything other people have. Don't feel you need to make an impression on other people. Live in ways that make you honor and respect yourself. Give up labels. Most people construct their identities using different classifications to separate themselves from other people. They value others and themselves based on their career choices. They prioritize people according to their looks, beliefs, and social status. Your internal essence has so much more richness than the typical classifications people use to look at one another. Your past doesn't have to equal your future, unless you want it to. The earth belongs to you and everyone else on it. No one has any special merit that entitles him or her to more than anyone else. Some people may know more than others. Some have more wealth. That doesn't mean you should treat them in a special way. It just means that they have lived in different environments and have faced different circumstances. Stop categorizing. Treat everyone equally. Give up attachment. Saviuc had only one happy memory of her father. She remembered a beautiful day when she was walking with him. She could see she wanted an ice cream treat, and he bought her one. She recognizes the paradox of human behavior. She could cling to painful memories of her father and other negative experiences, but because she felt these thoughts harmed her, she turned her back on them. Today, she no longer fights the past. She made peace with it so she could open herself to the promise of the present. People grow together with love and appreciation, not blame, judgment, and criticism. Human nature has love at its core. As you age, you add layers of societal conditioning that mask your identity. You begin to experience life through a prism that highlights fear and gloom. Despite incidents during which you have been harmed either in mind or body, you can choose to start over. Embrace love, let bygones be bygones, and choose to experience joy once again. Takeaways. You must give up 15 things to find happiness. Start with giving up the past, your fears, limiting beliefs, excuses, resistance to change, blaming, complaining, and criticizing. And then relinquish other people's expectations, defeatist self-talk, control, being right, impressing or labeling others, and clinging to attachments. Once you conclude that you have had enough pain and suffering, you can have a more fulfilling and fruitful life. Forgive what lies behind you, and appreciate what lies ahead. The person who gets most out of forgiving is the forgiver. Complaining encourages the illusion that your life cannot change unless the outside world changes significantly. Wanting life to turn out exactly as you wish creates the potential for unhappiness. Happiness requires you to stop fixating on the past. The way you think and what you believe shapes your life. If you think positively, no matter how poorly life treats you, you can use every opportunity to elevate yourself. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.